Hello and welcome to InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Mary Louise Van Natta.
And our guest today is Teresa Whalen. She is the Executive Director of Horses of Hope, Oregon, right here in Oregon. And I just have to say that when I went there and saw people riding horses that I would not necessarily associate with horses, let alone being able to ride them, I just had to bring you in and say, what is Horses of Hope? What is your nonprofit about?
So what we do is provide equine assisted therapy for people who have physical, emotional, and behavioral challenges. And what that breaks down to is a broad spectrum of people ages 2 to 74 who have right now 104 different diagnoses, who come from 10 different counties. So we serve people in Salem, the whole mid-Willamette Valley, and all the way up to Portland. We have a client who was coming as far as Bend. There are only 3 big centers in the entire state that do this, and we're one of them. And we've been around for 28 years.
Absolutely. What makes it so special? You have something that the other centers don't have, a riding trail. Tell us about that.
So we have what we call our sensory trail. It's set up like the spokes on a wagon wheel with a center hub. Really a remarkable concept, which was grant funded. And the idea is that clients can go out there. Of course, we have an instructor who leads the client with 2 people on either side that we call sidewalkers, and they get to experience impact to their senses, thus the sensory trail. So it helps to stimulate the sense of smell and vision and hearing and touch. So that's really the concept of the sensory trail.
And those people riding those horses might be sensory deprived.
Exactly.
They may be blind. They may have other issues. What an extraordinary experience for them.
So it's really fabulous. And the other thing that you might not think about is many of our clients never can get out and experience the great outdoors. These are people who aren't going to ride a bicycle. They can't hike in the woods. They can't go out and kayak on the Willamette. So for them to get out and get on the back of a horse and experience exactly what anybody else can do on any given day. They'll go out in a rainstorm. They'll go out when it's freezing cold. They'll go out when it's foggy. It doesn't matter. And they have a sense of empowerment and equality when they're riding a horse. And at the same time, they're getting therapy and meeting the challenges of everyday life. So it's really a wonderful, almost mystical thing that's happening.
Mary Louise, the day that we went out there to shoot some video at Horses of Hope, we were able to visit with a client who definitely has not been able to walk. Tell us a little bit about her, and we're going to see the video of her remarkable ride.
So we're going to hear about Rachel, who is in a wheelchair, like quite a number of our clients. 21% of our clients right now are non-ambulatory, meaning they're either using a walker or they're using a wheelchair, and come out to ride at our facility. And we can show this video and you'll hear about Rachel. It's really a remarkable thing.
And we'll also learn a little bit more about your wonderful, dedicated, and passionate about what they do staff. Let's take a look at the video.
Really incredible.
Hi, boy. It takes a special horse to do this. They do walk. You wouldn't really know it, but walking as slow as they do and as controlled as they do is something so amazing and so magical that they can really feel what the clients need. Good boy. And you build that muscle tone that you wouldn't be getting anywhere else, and you really loosen up those muscles, and it's doing something that you really, really, you wouldn't have been able to do anywhere else. Come forward, keep going, and stop. Perfect. You know the drill, huh?
I can't walk, so I'm able to feel like I'm walking on a horse.
You see Garrett? Are you good? Still good? All right, are you ready? Okay.
At first, they did not have a lift,
I got you, I promise.
and I'm the one who got the lift so I could ride.
You ready? Watch that first step. Breathe through it. Whoa, you weren't holding on, cowgirl. I know. Walk, please. Lean a little bit towards Carol. There you go. That looks good. How's that look, Kathy? Nice. All right, let's find that orange pole. Stop, please. Let go, hands. Nice. This is a little bit harder, huh? There you go.
I've been doing this for 2 years, and I will continue as long as I can. Thank you.
Wow, isn't that exciting? What a
Remarkable.
fulfilling experience.
It's really incredible.
Yeah. So I know that equine therapy isn't really a new therapy, but what's the science behind it, and why are people so excited about it?
So there's a couple of things. The one thing I really want to point out at the offset is equine therapy is fun. So,
I mean, not like the physical therapy that you have to get
I
when...
mean, we have clients who come to the stable with a smile on their face and they leave smiling or laughing.
We sure
And
saw that.
You don't hear that about other types of therapy. And then the other thing that's important to point out is the science behind it. When clients are riding, and this includes clients who are experiencing difficulties with immobility, is that the movement of the horse is creating stimulation of the muscles. So there's actually neurons that are being fired and created, which in turn stimulates the muscle fibers. So this is pure science. So you may have things happening that are miraculous, but it's backed up by absolute science.
Rachel mentioned that she had, one of her biggest accomplishments was being able to ride for a full half hour. And for her, that was just an amazing accomplishment. So I understand all of that because of her dedication to the therapy.
So it's really a scientific fact that equine therapy has many applications for people. And then there's the fact that horses are empathetic, so clients who have gone through issues like violence and trauma and PTSD have established bonds with horses. They're very successful in veterans programs because the flight instinct in horses, the flight instinct, is very akin to PTSD. So that is the reason why they're very, very successful in programs involving veterans.
Wonderful.
So,
And how about children, young children? How do they
well, it's a very useful program for kids in foster care and victims of domestic violence and women and children in shelters. And in fact, we just are involving ourselves in a program with the St. Francis shelter, where a longtime donor family that have been involved with our group also volunteer at St. Francis shelter, and they're going to sponsor a child from a family every single month to come out and ride.
Wonderful.
So they're going to benefit from being involved with the horses and the equine therapy that will evolve from that. So it's a win-win situation.
Congratulations on that.
I'm thrilled about it.
I wanted to ask about training the horses. What kind of training? Is it over a period of months, years?
Well, it depends on the horse. All of the horses we have belong to our nonprofit. Most of them are middle-aged, 15 and up. We have a couple of senior citizens who are 26 years old. But it takes a really special personality. I mean, these horses are really saints in the horse world. And we have every variety of breed you can think of, but it isn't so much really the training. It takes maturation, and it takes incredible patience. So they're just really caring personalities. So, you know, we bring them in, and most of them have had foundation work, and then we put them through exposure to walkers and wheelchairs and obstacles and tarpaulins and anything else that you can think of, flapping doors and noises and squeaks and flashing lights and strobe lights and all kinds of exposure before they ever have any time with clients.
So if there's someone out in our CCTV audience today that says, wow, that would really help me or my child, what process would they go through and how would they get in touch with you?
So they can certainly contact our office. We are open 6 days a week. They can check our Facebook page. They can check our website. We are available as many days of the week. The only time you can't get a hold of us is on a Sunday, and we welcome those. Our client application is on our website.
Oh, very well.
We are also always looking for volunteers, so our volunteer application is available as well.
And what's
And
your
we would love
website
that.
address?
So it is www.horsesofhopeoregon.org.
And phone number?
503-743-3890.
That's great. So you can go there and get a client application, learn about, see pictures, and see how they can either become a client or probably most needy for your organization is volunteers.
Well, we have a really good base of volunteers, but we're always looking for people
Right.
to come and help in whatever way really suits their passion. And a lot of volunteers are involved with other families who are clients. So it's a very integrated environment there.
How exciting. Well, that's
It
wonderful.
Really, it's pretty amazing.
Well,
It really
great.
is.
Going out there was a real experience for me. I'm still thinking about it, and I'm so glad that you were able to come in and tell us more about your organization and let people see the joy and see the passion and see that it is effective, see that it works.
It really does. That's what's incredible. You know, we have one little girl that I want to just tell you about who falls into the autism spectrum, was nonverbal until she was 4, came out to ride with us, has this amazing connection with one of our horses, and after riding for just a short period of time, somehow riding unlocked what was kind of missing in her connection with the outside world, and she just started talking. You know, these are the things that equine therapy can bring to people. And it may not be the norm for a lot of autistic children or people, but it's kind of the miraculous happening for her.
So wonderful. I bet you've got lots of stories to tell. Will you
So,
come back and tell us more stories
I would
again
love to.
on our show?
I so appreciate
We would love
this
that.
opportunity to
We'd
talk
love
about
to hear,
what we
and
do.
we'll be
Really
we'll be
amazing.
watching for the
Yeah.
center as it develops.
Yeah,
So
it's
thank
just
you so
amazing.
much.
It's a beautiful place. I've got to go out on that riding trail. Will you go
Yeah.
with me?
I will be your hold up assistant. So I'll be the sidewalker for you there,
Thanks
Wendy.
a lot.
Thanks again so much for
Thanks
coming
so
and joining
much.
us today on
Yeah,
InSight.
Loved it.
And
Thank you.
thank you for joining us today on InSight.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks.